ABA dream is actually bringing people together for a better world. And the African dream is to be the most inspirational company in Africa. We as Nile Breweries are 100% aligned and committed to delivering this Sustainable Development Goals 2025.
So as a plant, we have 4 sustainability goals, but we are focusing on the 3. And that's water stewardship, climate action, and circular packaging. Smart agriculture, we have left it with our other department that deals in agriculture.
The smart agriculture, this is key for the business to live for the next 100 years plus, because we need sustainability in supply for all our raw materials which are coming from our farmers.
And that is entrepreneurship, which is actually part of our 6th Sustainable Development Goal.
We are having different engagements with the farmers. We have a local sourcing team for the site, and these help in the trainings for those farmers to ensure they know what they are doing. And as well, we are providing the farmers, all our direct farmers, with the seedlings for the barley to ensure that we get quality output.
Over the years, Nile Breweries Mbarara plant has been rated as a high-risk plant in terms of water availability. So to put this into context, it means that the expansion of this facility, the expansion of this business is dependent on the availability of water. So this has triggered a lot of actions as a plant to make sure that we are able to remain into operation and we are able to sustain our operations as a plant.
As we moved on and looked at all our targets and where we want to be, so we created the task forces. Task force, some places they call it MDT, multidisciplinary team, where people from all the various departments come together and they look at common goal. And all the common goal is really to improve all these KPIs. Now, we have 2 task forces. There is the one which deals with energy, total energy, and then there is one for water.
We started this brewery at a water usage of 4.3%, 4.3 hectoliters of water per hectoliter of beer produced back then when we started production. But over the years, for the last 5 years, we have actually been able to drive this value down to currently 2.94 hectoliters of water per hectoliter of beer produced. The other thing that we have implemented as a plant is there is a belief that if you're unable to measure something, you can never control it. So as a plant, we have implemented different levels of metering. So we have metered our water right away from level 1 to level 4. So it means every other machine is measured, the water it uses is measured, and then those ones that go beyond the targets we have set are actually focused as key areas that we focus our actions on.
One of the biggest issues affecting us as a plant is the water quality, and that's coming from River Rizi. When it dries up, there's a lot of muddy water which comes into the system, and we dump that water because it can't meet our quality requirements. So we have partnered with several organizations in the region. Here we have what we call the Rizi Catchment Committee, Restoration Committee, which really deals in improving restoring the environment around River Rizi. And this is aimed at educating the communities that are around River Rizi to improve the catchment areas. So it's growing of trees and all those other vegetation that will retain the water. And as I talk now, the water levels have gone up to the level that where water was not even reaching is now reaching.
As a plant, we also practice circular packaging. So how have we been able to do this? We have embraced the concept of waste segregation right away from our offices, where we segregate waste, all the way to the skips that we generate this waste from, until this waste is taken away from our plant.
We are already at around 98% of all the materials we use are recycled, and this is very clear. There is awareness created. Even you see during on the walkways also there are dustbins which are put, and they are clearly marked. So the segregation starts from the source. And all the things which are supposed to be recycled, which are supposed to be taken this way, the cullet and all those things are well controlled from the source, and that's what we are doing.
Our brewery is 100% circular in terms of glass because we use returnable glass. Our 2 lines use returnable glass, and these returnable glass can do more than 20 trips. So they can be reused for 20 times. So they can actually spend about between 3 to 5 years within the circulation, so within reuse. And after reusing them for a duration of time, we crush these bottles as cullets and we feed them back into the value chain, where we take them back to the manufacturing plants, the glass manufacturing plant, and they provide about 40% of the raw materials used for making fresh glass. And we get this back as new glass. So we are 100% circular in terms of that. All the paper we collect in packaging are also reused. We use them. We partner with businesses around to make other products from the paper that we generate from site. And one of the key things we do is one of our customer is using these papers for making egg trays.
The other concept that I would need to briefly highlight is the concept of utilization of renewable energy sources to produce steam that we use for our operations on a daily basis. So as a plant, we need steam to do boiling, to do cleaning in place, as well as other requirements that need steam. However, to produce this steam, we have used biogas that is produced from our biological treatment system that we run to generate steam. So how is this biogas used? The business has invested in a dual boiler that uses both furnace oil and biogas to actually produce steam. So right now we use about 8 megajoules of energy per hectoliter of beer produced from biogas alone. So this is a cost saving to the company, but most importantly, this is the reduction in the carbon footprint that the plant generates. So as a plant, we are currently operating at 8.21 kilograms of carbon dioxide per hectoliter of beer produced in the plant. So this is also a very good aspect in terms of carbon footprint for the plant.
We are working on all the areas where we can reduce energy. In the plant, we have what they call VSDs on all our machines, and all this is aimed at reducing energy usage. All our security lights are on solar. We are using also what they call atmospheric lights, where we have transparent lights across the production areas. And so the lights come on, they have photocells, so they come on when it's very dark. And even then we have moved from the normal lights to what we call LED lights, and this is aimed at reduction of the amount of energy you use as a plant.
So yeah, and so that is generally what we do in our breweries about the 6 sustainability goals, which ties into the UN sustainability goals. If we continue like this, we anticipate by 2025 we shall be 100% sustainable.